Hello guys, Tommy there. Hope you guys are doing really well. I'm doing pretty good too. So today I'm gonna be reviewing a barbershop fragrance from the house of Lalique, and it's Lalique Homme, the lion bottle. So I have a sample, a decant. So I'm gonna be doing a review from this. So as you guys can see, a lot of juice has been, gone by testing it, by wearing it, by using it. So yeah, so let's see how it is. So let's get started. As I was talking about the sample review, the juice color is almost transparent, and this was released back in 1997 from Lalique, and as I mentioned, it is a barbershop fragrance. So if you guys are looking for classy, timeless barbershop fragrance, which is slightly powdery and slightly, you could say, sweet, kind of, it has some certain dynamics to it, you can definitely look at Lalique Homme. And the performance, I'm going to talk about it, the performance is pretty nice too. I mean, sort of a mixed bag, but still a nice performing fragrance. So let's start about the smell itself. So from the opening, you're going to get that nice, beautiful lavender mixed with some slight bit of bergamot, slight bit of you could say mandarin orange kind of citruses mixed in. So opening is really nice, like calming lavender, slightly powdery tone to it, but it's more of like a citrusy lavender, citrus mixed with lavender. So it opens up this way, and the more it goes into the dry down, the more barbershop-y elements you're gonna get from it, like some green thyme, rosemary kind of stuff you're gonna get from it, alongside with the lavender itself. The citrusiness, it lasts about, you could say, 4 to 5 minutes at best, and then it kind of fades away, packs its bags, and it just says okay, bye bye, see you. So the citruses are gone after 4 to 5 minutes. Then you're gonna be left with lavender, thyme, rosemary, those kind of aromatic green, slightly green kind of touches to it. And then like after that, along with this, it like another note, another like aspect of this fragrance joins in, and that is cedar. The cedar wood is really prominent over here. Like you're gonna smell the cedar from, you could say, the like after the citruses are gone, from the 4th or 5th minute till the end, you're gonna like really smell the cedar, the woodiness. It's really prominent over here. So it's a kind of a aromatic or fougere woody kind of a fragrance. However, there is a twist to it. So like this kind of goes on till, you could say, an hour or hour and a half, like the lavender, the aromatic touches with woodiness. And after an hour and a half, when the rosemary, the thyme, or the green notes, the lavender kind of stays from the start to the end. So after that, like the green sort of herbal notes, the aromatic notes, like kind of goes away, the rosemary, thyme, and all that kind of stuff. Iris joins in. Yeah, iris, it kind of like made me think, like, what the hell I'm testing at this moment. Like, it kind of like starts off citrusy, fresh, lavenderish, gets to, after 5 minutes or so, gets to a woody lavender aromatic base, or aromatic kind of a fragrance with a woody base, as I just mentioned. And then it gets powdery from the iris and lavender. Lavender itself can come off as really powdery if it's put in like high concentration. So it kind of comes off as powdery and woody with lavender. So iris, lavender, and that cedar wood with some floral nuances as well. Jasmine, you're gonna smell that jasmine nuances right at the back, like it's at the backbone with the woody structure to it. So I was like a bit confused, like, okay, I mean, it was supposed to be a fougere, but now a barbershop fougere, but now it's turning into a more powdery sort of thing, and the powderiness is almost similar to what you would find in Dior Intense. This one, yes, it's similar. I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm saying it's similar. It's like powdery, not buttery, but powdery, really powdery, with the iris and the lavender combination running through with this, like, and the base is of woody, cedar, woodiness. And then as it goes into the dry down, you're gonna get some patchouli, some patchouli isn't like slight bit. It's not like super patchouli heavy or like at the dry down. It's not super earthy. Slight bit of patchouli, and slight bit of amber to it as well. And the more it goes in the dry down, the powderiness kind of almost kind of becomes slightly creamier, and that is because of sandalwood. It also has sandalwood in it, so it's like amazing contrasts, amazing mix, amazing blend of something you would call a barbershop or a fougere fragrance. I mean, this is something. I mean, this is quite unique. I would say even like unique or more unique compared to Lamal, the original one. Because the Lamal original one, it starts off really fougere like, or fougere, and then it like gets to a sweet fougere-esque base. But this one, it starts off as fougere, citrusy, lavenderish fougere type, transitions into a you could say a woody fougere, and then the more it goes into dry down, after an hour or so, it becomes powdery, woody powdery, and then after, you could say, the 3 hour or 4 hour mark, it kind of turns creamy powdery with amber nuances to it. I mean, and it just carries on from then on. So it's kind of like the transitions, like it's kind of mind-boggling, to be honest. Like, at first I thought, oh, barbershop, it's gonna be aromatic with slight woody nuances to it. It's gonna be like simple, like probably zero transitions, like in this fragrance. But no, it has like 3 to 4 transitions. So it's kind of like a surprise, considering it was released in 1997. So yeah, I mean, like the work these days, especially in fragrances, are not as interesting, to be honest. Apart from the niche fragrances, like some niche fragrances, like most of the work that is being done these days is sweet, 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 or the spicy, 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 sweet, something like that, in that range. And like you would find similarities, like in every fragrance, right? Like something is taken from here and there, and then is made in this, and like another fragrance, like the idea was taken from this and this, and like, yeah, I mean, you could see the creativity that went into this fragrance. I mean, really, really nice. And for the price point that it goes for nowadays, around 40 to 50 bucks, around that range. So for this, like, such a unique fragrance, even though it was released back in 1997, but till this day, I would say this is unique. Now, in today's market, this is unique. You won't smell anything similar to this today, and you won't even find like people wearing this, to be honest, nowadays. So if I have to say age range, to be honest, I do feel that it's sort of mature, sort of, not totally mature. I think if you're above 20, you can definitely rock this. And of course, this is, even though it's a barbershop fougere, so you would kind of expect this, like, you can get away like wearing this in the summer, but no, I wouldn't recommend this in the summer. It's more like, you could say, fall, springtime fragrance. More, if you could say, a winter freshie, something you could wear during the days in the winter, during the afternoons, or during the morning in the winters when the sun is just up and about. That's mostly it. So this is the time you can wear this, you can rock this. Now, coming to the performance side of things, as I said, like, it's kind of great, but it's a mixed bag. The reason it's mixed bag, mainly due to the projection itself. The projection is about an hour. That's about it. About an hour on my shirt. I got about an hour, and it's mostly, you could say, like, close to an arm's length. I mean, it's slightly less than an arm's length, you could say. So the projection isn't that great. However, as I said, it's a mixed bag. The only downside is the projection. The rest is good. The performance, it kind of lingered in my shirt till the 15th hour mark. Even though it's from like 1997, you expect reformulations. Yes, I'm also expecting reformulations. I haven't sniffed older batches yet, but it's probably reformulated, let's just say. But still, the longevity, the way it sticks to the shirt, 15 hours. I could smell this, like a lingering kind of smell till 15th hour mark. Mainly, the longevity probably is mainly due to the patchouli, the sandalwood, the ambers, which kind of makes a fragrance kind of longer lasting. And as I said, powdery fragrances, it's sort of like a powdery fragrance. So for like after 1 hour, when it turns really really powdery, it kind of just like the projection isn't that far. And with powdery fragrances, in general, without few like exceptions, um, in general powdery fragrances tend to, like stay closer, and it's more of like a sillage sort of like a fragrance, like a central kind of fragrance. And this is no different. The projection after an hour kind of dies down when it starts becoming powdery, and it's more of a central kind of a fragrance. You walk by people and you leave like short central behind you. It's kind of nice. And in terms of like longevity, I'm happy. No problem with the longevity itself. Projection, yeah, I mean, 1997 release, it's okay for the price and for the scent itself, the transitions that it goes through, amazing. Projection, okay, let's give that one a pass. And also it creates like a central. So on that note, yeah, in terms of performance, even though I said it's a mixed bag, but it's still a pass. Still a pass. So yeah, if you're looking for a really unique, what do you call it? Like a barber, I wouldn't even say a barbershop. It's more like a powdery, woody, also barbershop-ish fragrance. Like if you want a very creative fragrance with a lot of transitions to it, if you want something very interesting nowadays, you can definitely look at Lalique Homme. It has that lion bottle. Like I'll put a picture of the bottle up here. So the bottle even looks nice, and Lalique is, you could say, even though they make fragrances, they are more like a jewelry kind of a house, like almost like Bulgari, or you could say Van Cleef and Arpels. So I mean, their fragrances, they are cheap, but like some of their fragrances which are of a higher end, they are hefty. They're pretty hefty expensive. Let's just put it in that way. But this is from, you could say, their moderate or cheap line. So you can definitely take a look at this. So yeah, that's about it from my end. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. So see you on the next one then. Bye bye guys. Take care.